Hello everybody, welcome to my video about singing on piano and phrasing, especially in Chopin's music, but not only. My name is Niemczuk. In case you don't know me, I'm a Polish concert pianist, playing concerts around the world, and also teaching at the music university in the south of Poland. And today I am here to show you what it means and how to sing on piano. If you liked the way I played the beginning, then this means that you should stay here, because I will try to explain in simple words for all the piano players especially how to improve and what is the most important to try to make the piano sound as if we hear the voice of a human being. Of course, it is impossible to play exactly the way we sing, and exactly the way not only we sing, but the greatest opera singers sing. Impossible because we have hammers on the piano, and so we play in a way we can say we play cymbals, not piano. So to make a perfect legato is something very, very difficult, if not impossible. But now in this video I will try to do to tell you and show you the most important things and aspects that you have to improve to sing better on piano, to have better sound, and to have more ways of, I would say, of making the piano sound as if you are singing. This is especially important for Chopin's music and Schubert's music and Mozart's music as well, and many other composers who were inspired by singing and who wrote beautiful singing melodies, Mendelssohn and Grieg and many others. I chose this Nocturne because Nocturne Opus 62 number 2, because I think that this is the most difficult Nocturne to sing. Of course, all the Nocturnes are hard to play them extraordinarily well, but I must tell you from my own experience, also as a listener, that this Nocturne is very difficult, mostly because I, at least, hardly hear a good performance of this Nocturne. Including a very good pianist, including the Chopin competition finalist and so on. If, of course, when we listen to them, we can say, oh, it's nice, it's beautiful. But if you really start to listen, like I show you today, to listen to the sound of piano as if it is singing, like Chopin was teaching, then all of a sudden you open your eyes and your ears and you say, okay, well, wait a minute. It's not a well played piece of Chopin. What I mean. So, when we are singing, we have always a very smooth lines. We never have accents. And this is particularly difficult when we have a longer note, after which we play the next note. And this next note must not be louder than the end of the previous note. And this, I think I talked about it in my other videos. If you know them, then you know what I'm talking about. But today I want to give you the tools of how to improve this singing. So first thing that you have to improve is the range of the tone. So the range of your dynamic, and this range, the steps of going up, should be very, very, very small. What I mean, you take one note, put the pedal on, and you play as soft as you can. And now you slowly add pressure, dynamic, and speed of the finger down. Slowly, gradually. Sorry, I put it again because and so on, and so on, and so on. And you know, the greatest pianists in the world, they have these little steps. They have so many of them that it's impossible to even count. I mean, of course, not endless, because there is a physical resistance of the piano, but they can shade the touch as the best painters can shade the colors and the lines in their paintings. And we pianists, we shape the piece of art with our touch, with the sound of the how we produce. So to have a beautiful sound, you need to be completely relaxed all here, and just this is not relaxed, the fingertip. But first, so when you improve this very little changes of your very precise, you know, touch and speed of your hand, then you can start to proceed to the next exercise, which is also very important, which I read about this exercise in Harry Neuhaus' book, the piano technique, I think is the piano. I hope you know what book I'm talking about. But so we play one note. I always do it with my students. It's very important. We play one note. Let's say we will play the chord C major going down. We play one note very loud and we listen to it, and then we connect after a while the next note, so that we have no accent but a very smooth legato. We hear, we listen. Next one. And next one. The last one was not very good because the previous one was too soft. I was waiting too long. But that's the idea. And once again, we listen to the diminuendo that the note is making. And try to find the correct. Maybe a little bit too much, maybe, but maybe it was okay. A little too soft. A little too soft. But anyway, as you can see, you have to have this. This exercise is as important as the technical Hanon, scales, arpeggios, everything. This teaches you how to operate with your touch. When you have this, let's proceed to singing. Singing nocturnes and beautiful melodies, we have to practice only the hand that is singing. Usually it's the right hand. First, you have to master the right hand alone singing, as if you are a singer who is practicing at home without the accompanist. So, the first two notes, you have to listen to yourself very carefully, and you have to start already from the crescendo, of course, because right? Crescendo, because then we have the long note, and then, you know, what I usually hear on concerts or on videos is that I hear pianists, of course now I a little bit exaggerate, but I hear and then I hear, of course I'm exaggerating now, but still it is not perfectly shaped. That's why this nocturne is very hard, because look, and now you have to connect. And then we have to make a crescendo. Sorry, one more time. Softer. 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 And from here we need to start very soft, but do the big crescendo. And even more, and then diminuendo, Chopin writes. Crescendo. And I am telling you, my friends, this first 8 bars in this nocturne, when I was learning this nocturne and playing, preparing to play it in concerts, I played it in Japan many times and in Poland and in many countries. I spent like 1 hour on this or more. It's never as good as that it cannot be better. When you do this, then of course we have the left hand, and then the problem is that everything that we did has to be 1 step higher, 1 step louder, because the left hand must be very soft, very, very soft. The way that this is the next difficulty. The G sharp note has to sound still when you touch the C sharp minor chord here. So this is not good because we don't hear the G sharp anymore. And then and listen to the end. And from the softest up. And up here. To make it short, every note must be touched in a different way. This is how the best pianists in the world play. This is how really those pianists who are the top, they never touch the same note. I mean, they never touch 2 notes in the same way. There is always a direction. Like in singing. This is the most important thing, and I think that's enough. I don't want this video to be too long. I hope it's inspiring for you, and it will make you practice, and it will make you get better in this very difficult thing, which is singing on piano. The last thing, when you sing on piano, always play with flat fingers. Never play with these curly fingers, just flat fingers and very, very gentle touch. Even when it's deep, it should always be soft, like in a way, like gentle. All the best, happy practicing, and see you soon.